So you're ready to buy a car in the next year or less? That means that your credit score has to be looking awesome. Here are 9 car buying tips and steps you should take to start improving your credit score to buy a car. Let's go. Number 1, check your credit score. You have to know where you are to figure out how to improve, right? There are so many ways to check your credit score for free online. And it's important to know that checking your credit score doesn't hurt your score. But keep in mind when you're using those free tools to check your credit score, they might differ slightly from what your car dealership says that your credit score actually is. There's a few reasons for this. The main reason is that car dealerships use multitudes of different ways to calculate your credit score and figure out if you're actually eligible for a loan. So just use those free tools to understand a ballpark of where you might be to get the best interest rate when you walk in. If you go into the dealership and your score is off by 10 or 15 points, don't freak out and think you're getting ripped off. If your score's off by 100 points on the other hand, that's a red flag. Number 2 should do before you buy a car in the next year is check your credit report. Well, wait a minute. I thought you just told me to check my credit score. What's the difference between a credit report and a credit score? It's a really good question and one that I'm not going to answer for you on today's video because our credit guy, Jeff, he answered that for you in one of his videos. So go check that out. The difference between a credit report and a credit score. There is one. The reason it's important to check your credit report before you walk into a dealership is because credit reports often contain inaccuracies. That means something on your credit report is wrong. Why is that important to me, you might ask? Well, because if something is wrong on your credit report, you can actually dispute that error. And if you dispute that error, there's a good chance your credit score will increase. Credit score disputes are normal and they happen all the time. If you need help disputing anything on your credit report or you want help just looking at your credit report, you can go to creditanddebt.org and either sign up for free financial coaching and talk to one of our coaches completely free, or sign up for a credit improvement service straight from our dashboard and you'll have somebody work on your credit report for you and increase your credit score. Number 3, decide your budget. You have to know how much you can spend on a car before you go in to buy the car. And like we talked about in our other videos, there's a lot that goes into car buying and it's not just the price tag on the car. I know budgeting doesn't necessarily have anything to do with credit scores, but if you overspend on your car and you default on your loan, your credit score is not gonna be happy. If you have no idea how much money you make or how much money you spend and how much you can afford to spend on a car, you can also sign up for our free Money Sensei tool where you sync all of your bank accounts, focus on paying your balances down, and consequently your credit score will improve over the course of a year. Don't stop using your cards forever though. Creditors can actually close your accounts if they've been inactive for too long. But we're talking for more than a year. So if you're planning on buying a car in the next year or less, then you should be in good shape by locking your credit cards down. And number 6 is to pay off your credit cards significantly. If you have a lot of credit card debt, then paying down those balances will help your credit score because you're reducing something called credit utilization, which basically means that it's the percentage of the credit you use in comparison to your credit limit. So if your credit limit is $1,000 and you have $500 of a balance on your credit card, you want to pay that down to about $100 and ultimately every month, but never use more than 10% of your credit limit if you're trying to get the best credit score. Over 30% is the real max. Over 30% and your credit score will start to drop. A great tip for paying down those balances is to use the snowball method. And we have an entire video about the snowball method. So you can watch that video and learn exactly how to pay down your cards. Number 7, use your card and pay it off. I know this is incredibly different from all of the other ones that we've been saying about is don't use your card, pay off your balances. We're saying use your card and pay it off. You don't have to stop using your cards to increase your credit score. In fact, if you strategically use your credit cards, your credit score will increase. If you use 10% of your credit every month and pay it off every month, your credit score will increase because you're showing your creditors that you can actually strategically use your credit line. That's the whole point of having credit. Number 8, follow a monthly budget. This one's pretty self-explanatory. You need a monthly budget to save up for your new car and get the best possible deal on that new car. And number 9, we saved the best for last. Here's how C&D can help you get the best deal on your new car. Call a free coach. Call a free coach, really do it. It's free to call our coaches. We can help you understand the best way to budget, the best way to improve your credit score, and consequently, get your best interest rate. Buying a new car is a big decision, and trust us, you can never do too much research. If you still have questions on what you need to do to buy a new car, how to get the best interest rate, how to improve your credit score, what your budget might look like, go to creditanddebt.org and call one of our free coaches or sync your accounts to our Money Sensei. With AI technology, we can help you understand your budget, and with free coaches, we can help answer all of your questions. If you liked this series on car buying and credit scores, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to get the next series, and go back and watch all the other videos if you missed them. Until next time, thanks for watching Ask Abby.